Hello, hello. Terry Red, thank you for the follow. Apophis, Herbski, PB Fan 2018, thank you for all the follow, guys or gals or whatever. We're all good. Playing some Fire Queen today, and I'm playing around with lights. I'm trying to build my own extreme Pin Stadium extreme lights kind of things. And I just got these rails in today, and I quickly threw this together. And I already know I need to get them up higher off the playfield to spread the light more. You can see the big shadow, like right here in the front. That's from not having it up. Need an NBA shirt. Hang on a second. I need to brighten this window up so I can see. Hey Mark, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. Oh, today's stream brought to you by TurboGrafx 7 for all your TurboGrafx 7 needs. Anyway, be sure to follow Turbo on Twitch. He does some good streams. He's a good guy. Used to stream on Buffalo as well. Sometimes he streams with Dave of Dave's Arcade. Mark's Basement Arcade that just popped in here. Be sure to follow Mark. He does some really good stuff. He does some nice tech tutorials, things like that, and all those good things. So nice to see you here, Mark. We'll see if I can play a warm-up game here. Hey, Apophis. Hey, Turbo. Nice to see ya. Yeah, you recognize that shirt? I don't have a fancy red one, though. I hear there's only one of those in existence. Some small person has it. But we just got Fire Queen put in the lineup last week. Earlier this week? Last week? Sometime. Got it all cleaned up. Working right. I already know I'm going to have to change it from 5 ball down to 3. Let me know how the sounds are. I can't turn the game down, but I'm sure I can turn everything down. Not usually at home. How come my timer keeps going dim? It's really annoying. Trying to see chat and it keeps dimming the screen on me. So we got power. Yeah, say we got power. So yeah, Fire Queen, Gottlieb, 1977. They made 900 in some of these. So it's not too easy to find them. I actually have 2 of them. We'll get into that story later. Hey Frisco, nice to see you. Sounds good? Good. Glad to hear it sounds good. It plays really nice. It's got a few cupped inserts. I had a Vulcan, I don't know, 5 years ago I had a Vulcan. Sold it to some guy named Raven Davidson. Some of you pinball watchers may recognize that name. Anyway, it had cupped inserts that were crazy. It's like the ball would go down and it'd zigzag all over the place. This one's a little bit, but not horrible. Someday, like every other machine I have, I'll strip it down and touch up mostly just key lines, a little bit of planking in here. I don't know if you can see that on stream or not. Touch up key lines, level it all out, clear coat it, make it play really fast. So every once in a while, that pop bumper doesn't register a hit. Probably needs a little bit of tweaking still on that. Sucker for those rollover inserts. Yeah, those are cool. The star rollovers on the left. This machine, I actually don't tell all the EM purists. But not only do I have LEDs under the inserts, they're yopsicles. So they're all those little boards with a built-in LED. Just wire them up. Never have to change a bulb again. See if I can get that extra bulb up there. Almost. There it is. This is a nice EM that actually resets the drop targets if you clear them, but just the right bank, not the left one. Oops, did I hit that one? A real table, yes. Riker? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Game Club Central, raiding with a party of 15. Ooh, thank you for the raid. I wonder why I'm not getting my alerts on my channel. It should be playing alerts when people come. Streamlabs, something, who knows. But hey, thanks for coming over, guys. Let's see. Ball 5, last ball. We'll finish this ball up and then we'll chat a little bit. This is, oh, that's right. I got an extra ball. Extra balls are always good. They're even better on ball 5 because on ball 5 you automatically get the 2x bonus. Then you drain. Recognize my name from the sites? Yeah, I'm all over the place. I do a lot of following on streaming, some stuff on Pinside, some on the virtual forums. Oh, there it's playing. Played the alert. Game Club Central. Thanks for the follow. So anyway, Fire Queen, Gottlieb 1977. This is the 2-player version. The 4-player version of this is Vulcan. Vulcan is the god of fire and forge. It's got some big half-naked guy on the back glass. So I much prefer Fire Queen, which is, I don't know if it's his wife, whatever, has her on the back glass. Added bonus is it's only a 2-player, so I only have 8 reels in the back box to adjust and keep working right instead of 16. So that was the last thing I had to do, was go through all the score reels. I took that light panel out, brought it in on the workbench, and sat there and took apart every score reel and cleaned it. Thankfully, there were some really helpful YouTube videos on how to do it. Dark Star Fluffy Cookie. Ooh, first time chatter. Thanks for stopping by. So let's see. Fire Queen. I currently have it set up for 5-ball. I'm probably going to change it to 3-ball. Like the first day I played it, I rolled the machine twice. And by rolling it twice, I mean I went over 200,000. So it's got, you know, it has the 100,000 rollover light. You can see it on the back box there. Right up there by each player. Tells you when you go, if it goes over 100,000, but when you go over 200,000, you don't really know. You just have to remember it. So I'll probably drop it back to 3-ball. And I think it changes the scoring a little bit, but I'm not really sure how. So basically there's a few, you got 2 sets of drop targets on here. So both drop targets add bonus. That's the only way to add bonus. It only goes up to 15 bonus. So it's actually kind of hard to get there because you only have 9 targets to shoot at. These, when you knock the whole bank down, will actually reset. That's how you can get to 15. Knocking all the green ones down lights the 5 light for extra ball. Let me go ahead and hit the, we'll leave it off for the moment. What else do we do? Lights, white targets for double bonus events. Okay, so these guys, so they see the lights in front of, and it says extra bonus when lit, and those are lit by going over the 1, 2, 3, 4 and hitting the 5. So right now 3 is the only one that's still lit, so it's not lit here. That means I haven't gone over the 3 target on that game. Extra bonus on 5 ball means you get 2 bonuses when you hit one of those targets down. I think on 3 ball it gives you 3. Going over those also lights the star rollovers. So you can see the same 4 are lit there. Clearing the white targets gives you the 2x bonus when you clear the light, and it resets. Something lights special. I think when you do both of them, if you complete both the white and the green, then it lights special, but you have to drain to get your special. And I think it alternates back and forth. But that's pretty much it. Score points. Try to get more. Let's play a few games. You guys are off on TurboGrafx talking stuff, but that's cool because it's sponsored. TurboGrafx7, he's in chat. Follow his stream. He's a much better pinball player than I. Has some good machines though. Don't hit that post. You'll drain if you hit that post. It's a bad thing. So you always want to plunge one of those top lanes. Oh, I forgot to say the green targets, if I can hit one, if you were paying attention, also lights these lights up. So if you get the ball in the hole, it gives you 1,000 plus 1,000 for each lit spot. So now, right now I've dropped down the 2, so the 2 middle ones are lit. So if I shoot the ball in there, I get 3,000. See if we can. I don't know if you can see it, but the outlays on this thing are killer. There's a metal curved rail that actually guide. If the ball goes to the right of that, you can't. It's curved, it goes down, it's gone. Quick. At 100 points for those rollovers if they're not lit. You get 1,000 if they are. The ball kind of has to hug the rail over there to hit them all. It'll often go through and not hit them. Notice there gave me 2 of them for that. Trying for that extra ball. Missed again. See how many times I can miss it. A lot, evidently. Miss until you drain. Extra ball would have been nice. It's one of the things, I don't know how well everybody knows EMs, but on things that score 500, like the drop targets are 500, an add bonus, if you hit 2 of them at once, it'll actually only give you the score for 1 of them. And that's because it hits that and it starts the score motor turning and it fires the reels and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And while it's doing that, it can't score anything else. So only 1 of those actually registers. So a lot of times in an ideal world, you want to hit your targets down 1 at a time. I think those are the only thing in here that everything else, if you're scoring 100 or 1,000, it just scores it. It doesn't. It's only if it's multiples. Then the score motor comes into play. So it's also true of bonus because you won't get all your bonuses that way either. There's actually a difficulty setting on this target, this 5 target that you need to get for extra ball, you can actually move that target. There's like 4 sets of holes underneath the playfield. You can move that target forward and back. So the farther back it is, the harder it is to hit because you'll be hitting the posts that are adjacent to it. Mine's kind of a little more than halfway back. I see most people have it like way out at the front, which makes it way easier to hit, but it can be too easy. We don't want a baby game. Thanks, Turbo. Nice to, one of those games. You know, Pinball Mayhem Jeremy, who does a lot of streaming. He does streams on Twitch and YouTube, usually on Saturdays and Sundays. He has the 4-player Vulcan version. Pinberg, thanks for the follow. You played the VP one, not the real one? I think I made that VP one. If you're playing the VPX version, I think that's one of my creations in VPX. The real one is a lot of fun. Like I say, I had one years ago and sold it when I needed to downsize, and played it at the Northwest Pinball Show last summer and go, I really need to get one of these. So I actually, like I mentioned earlier, I actually have 2 of these guys. You only have 1 EM and your basic hit every target and then special. There's a lot of that. So yeah, this one, you know, being in 77, it's kind of the end of the EM eras. So I don't know if that got it so it has a little bit more rules to it. It's nice that if the drop target banged into reset, it would be really boring. Because then basically you'd have completed everything and you'd just be bouncing the ball around with nothing to hit. This is another, most Gottlieb's of that era. Ed Krinsky is the designer. Gordon Morrison did the artwork on it. But yeah, I actually ended up with 2 of these. I got them at Captain's auction down in California. And unfortunately, they had the nicer of the 2 that was obviously nicer, and this is the nicer of the 2, was later in the auction. And I didn't want to miss out. So the first one came up and I was bidding on it, and I got the first one for $1,100, which to me was a reasonable price. So I go, okay, I'm going to get this one. I don't want the other one to jack up and get crazy expensive. So then later on, I was still watching the auction, and the other one was only like at 500, and he was like calling for second call and stuff. So then I started bidding on that one. I ended up getting the second one for 700, which is actually this one. And it's kind of nice that I did, because plastics, they don't reproduce, nobody's reproduced the plastics on this. And between the 2 machines, I managed to get 1 full set. I think I have a little crack on one of them somewhere, but I got a full set of intact plastics for this one. So the other one I'll be fixing up. It's not running at the moment. Won't start a game. I'm sure it's something, some switch, some relay, score motor, something, who knows. I'll get that one fixed up and then I'll be selling that one. So any of you local guys out there, you know, if you're looking for a Fire Queen. How funny is that? Is that my story that's funny? Yeah. So anyway, so I got the 2 of these, and I got a Stern Stars. I don't know if you can see it. It's hiding behind me over here. Yeah, right on the edge of the screen there. So I got 3 machines at Captain's auction, and I decided to go ahead and road trip down and pick them up. So it was 4 days in the car, 3 nights in motels. Picked up the machines, which was kind of fun because I got to see, I didn't get to play it. The other machine I really wanted down there was Asteroid Annie, which was the last System 1 they made. And they only made a few hundred of those, if that. And they're very, very hard to come by. But that ended up selling for like 4,000 or 5,000. And it's like I just didn't have the funds to be able to do that one. But it was still there set up when I was picking up my machine, so I got to check it out. And it had some bad scratches in the back glass and stuff like that, but still on my list someday. Someday. So many machines. Only so much room. Waiting for my P3 to show up for multimorphic. I'm probably still 6 months out on that. Watch the Tommy Skinner just picked up an asteroid, Annie. Nice. He's near you, right? You to go over and play? Someone with a good 3D printer make the plastics? I don't think it's a 3D printer type of thing. And I think I did a 600 DPI scan of them. So I have a good scan of them. That I'm sure somebody, you get it printed. There's people out there that can print on the back of the plastic and then laser cut it out. Am I getting drained? I'd like to get drained. I'm not sure where and what I'll be doing at the time. Oh, Tommy's 4 hours away. Yeah, that's a little far to go to play pinball. I'd like to get drained. That looks really cool. Watched all of the Buffalo stream last night. If you haven't, if anybody hasn't followed Buffalo Pinball as well, go ahead and follow them. Someday I'll have a Buffalo shirt. One of my streams will be sponsored by them as well. I'd like to get it. I don't know where I'm going to be at. We made an offer on a house yesterday. So we may be moving again. So we're not sure the timing and all of that kind of stuff. We really like the house we're in. And it has a great pinball room, but it's kind of a noisy neighborhood. And we decided we wanted to be somewhere a little quieter. So we made an offer on a house. It's in a neighborhood that has lots that are ½ acre to 2 acres. This one's a little over a ½ acre, but it's pretty secluded. Yeah, maybe moving again. We haven't heard back if they've accepted the offer. Let me look at my email here. Nope, no email yet. Yeah, the game room's not going to be as good. It'll actually be 2 rooms. One of them's like a small family room that's probably about half the size of my current game room. And then there's a bedroom that's a little bit smaller than that. That's half a flight of stairs away. So I'll actually have 2 rooms of the game room. The big plus on this one, besides being a lot more secluded and quiet and out of town, and you don't hear any road noise, there's no trains nearby, there's no paper mills or anything making noise, is that it has 2 two-car garages. So one of the 2-car garages is going to be my shop, which I don't have one here. So it's kind of big on the list. Pinball room and shop, unfortunately, are the big things, but it's also a house that has 0 projects. So that'll be nice. But we'll see. If this one doesn't work, there'll be something else. We kind of, housing market here has kind of died. It's totally died. Things are still selling, but this house has been on the market for 90 days. They've dropped the price twice, and like I said, we offered quite a bit less than what they're currently asking. So who knows? Thanks for stopping by, Riker. Catch you again some other time. I'll have to finish work. What's this work thing? I don't know what that is anymore. All right, so I think, I put a high score thing on there. I should probably actually edit that, since I actually have a score. I'm going to put that there. What's our score today? We'll start with this one. 36,790. All right. Yeah, I retired. I retired early. Was working in the work in IT in a school district, and when the pandemic came, the people above me they went nuts, and it was crazy. And I go, it's time to get out of there. So I retired a couple years earlier than I planned, but I'd been saving up to try to do that, and we had been working really hard to pay off the house and debt and all that kind of stuff. So I was thinking I may eventually go back and get a part-time job, but I kind of like not working, so I'm just going to stick with this. Fortunately, in a position to be able to do it. I'm not one of those people that's going to travel around the world and do all that kind of stuff. I don't have a desire to do that, and retiring early like I did, I don't have the money to do that. So good 11 years away, yeah, definitely. It's if you can do it early, you can. Unfortunately, you never know how long life's going to last. Things happen. Hit by a bus, hit by a train, who knows, get sick, do things while you can. So yeah, mostly, pandemic I haven't done. I used to do a lot of motorcycle travel around the country with my girlfriend, and we haven't done any of that since the pandemic, since we really haven't wanted to go stay in motels and all that kind of stuff. So just been kind of hanging out, relaxing, do a lot of long walks, go do some hikes, hang out, visit family, things like that. So, and play pinball. Well, I play pinball. She doesn't play pinball much. She supports my habit. Yeah, that was the big thing. I mean, the house is nice, and not having debt. I mean, I got no car payment, I got no house payment. Was a big key to my retirement plan. Pretty much my primary objective when playing is to get all the green targets down. Of course, they're up front and low, so they're also a lot of death. A lot of times you'll hit those, ricochet straight down the middle or out the out lanes. It's pretty tough. So I say, generally you'll want to clear those targets up front, or the numbers at the top lanes. Any of them's kind of your skill shot. But there are a lot of points. Whoa. You start getting double bonus and get the ball in the hole up top. That was a bad miss. Nice to get it in the hole. 5,000 the crack once you get it in there now. Let's see if I can get that extra ball. it off the rebound. That was lucky. That was bad. Long way to go to retire. You keep calling yourself old, Turbo. But yeah, you have young kids. You got to work for a long time. So Gottlieb, at this time in the manual, it tells to set the pitch of this at 3.5 degrees, which is basically all the leg levelers all the way in and then just level it side to side. I find that really boring. I like a little more speed. Jumping jack that's sitting just to the left of this, I actually like a little lower. I think jumping jack's 4.5 to 5. This one I have about 5.5. I think it almost makes it a little easier on this one. You don't get as many out lanes since you don't get the back and forth. It was a bad extra ball. I don't know if you noticed on the extra ball, it leaves your progress. So whatever of those lanes you have knocked down, and the green lit targets, it keeps those lit. So you can't actually get an extra ball on an extra ball the way it does things. It doesn't reset the extra ball. So it's kind of a 1 extra ball per ball in play. Once you light it. So that's something that happens. So it gave me the extra ball, but it didn't score the 5. And it's like a really soft hit. Tried to catch it. A really soft hit on that will not keep that contact long enough for the relay to fully pull in. So whichever one is first, and I suppose I could play with that relay for the extra ball to make it so they both get at the same time. But every once in a while, if you hit it really soft, it'll award the extra ball, but it won't actually say that you hit the 5. And that was one of the times it just happened. Somehow I got to a 2-player game. Not even paying attention. I do that once in a while. I don't know if I've forgotten that I've started a game and I hit the button again, or if the machine's doing it. I'll have to look back at the video on this and see if I can figure out if it was me or if it was something wrong with the machine that it started a 2-player game. Not that it matters. You know you're old if you wake up sore for no reason. Yeah, definitely there. Wake up, everything hurts. If I sit still too long, everything hurts when I get up. Especially my knees. That's what us old people talk about. Whoa, Lazarus. It can happen on these old games too. Nice. Oh, don't go there. Nice. All right, so there there's the special light lit. Looks like hitting the targets is what causes that to switch. I still haven't maxed out bonus. Got the knocker. Got the special. Woo! Player one. Thanks for following, Dent. Nice to see you. Hey, Board, how are you doing today? Yeah, that was a good ball. And I got the extra ball on it, so but you can't get an extra ball on the extra ball, unfortunately. But I got the 100. You can see the 100,000 light. Probably can't read it on the stream, but it's there. Nice to have. Got another free game. I say I'm probably going to change this to 3-ball at some point. If I could do it just by going into settings, I would, but I think I got to lift up the playfield and move a Jones plug over. Trying not to nudge today because my new light rails that I'm building are kind of just stuck on here at the moment. They actually just showed up today, and I quick put them together and stuck them on here, so they're kind of loosely on there. They'd probably fall off if I nudge the machine too much. But so far I like what they're doing. They definitely light up the playfield a lot more. Good for streaming. This one is, get a good ball, you get a bad ball. This machine, unfortunately, another bad ball, is directly underneath one of my ceiling lights, so I don't have the room lights on. I have a strip of string lights behind me that's on. But if I'm not streaming one directly under a light, I'll have the room lights on too, and then it's also a little easier to see things. I had to set up an extra light to light up the streamer, otherwise I was in the dark. All that work to get the ball back up to the top and goes down the same lane. Yeah, definitely need to update my high score. We'll see if I can get player 2 over 100,000 here. That's not going to do it. Ooh, so close. Very, very close. All right, let's update. I'm going to move some stuff around here. This is a lot easier on EMs to keep track of your high score because it just stays there. All right, 157, 280, not bad, not bad. Yeah, the playfield art's pretty cool. Got all the flames on the balls, fireball, fire queen, and Vulcan, god of fire. So it's got lightning bolts and flames on the plastics, clouds and lightning bolts coming down there. It's pretty cool. At some point, I'm gonna, since I have two of these and this one's all fully plain, I'm gonna strip down the other one and I'm gonna scan it in so we can get a good VPX version of it going. I don't think the one that's currently in there that I made is all that accurate as far as the playfield layout, getting everything in the right spot. So let's play another game. Looks like I have some adjusting to do. I had 3 credits and I pushed the start button and now I only have 1. Of course, it is Jimmy rigged to be free play, so I don't even have to worry about it, but it's not keeping track correctly. I don't think so. It would up in the top left corner of the back box, it would show 2-player instead of just 1. So way up there it says 1 or 2 can play, and it just says 1. And now my 1-player light, player 1 light. I don't know what it's doing now. Looks like I still got some adjusting to do. So it's on player 1. The lights are not like only half lit up. So it's kind of dim because so the light that lights up the tens reel is actually the same light that lights up the number 1 up there, and it changes those back and forth. So it looks like there's still some cleaning and adjusting. Yeah. I'm gonna guess at this point in time, it may be that socket too. Because I think that one was kind of loose anyway. I didn't replace any of those sockets. I did clean them all. Could just be loose. That would, or probably old. It's definitely old. Not as old as me, but it's old. I like when they have the score motor's running and you're scoring the 500 or the 400 or whatever those hundreds are, that it turns the pop bumpers off. Because I don't think they won't actually score if the score motor's running. Maybe they don't. I'll have to check. Surprisingly difficult to hit that extra ball target over there. Pretty easy to light it. It's a pretty tight shot to hit it. All right, thanks for stopping by, Turbo. We'll catch you later. Have a good drive home from work. Dremel that socket with I did Dremel that socket with a 443. And I probably need to solder that thing together. I think that one was pretty loose. So I have Dremeled it, but I probably need to go the extra step and do the solder on that one in particular. Wonder if this machine would be a good candidate for the obstacles? Well, I'll tell you what. It is the obstacles. I did Yopsicle this guy. So all of the inserts on here are Yopsicles. That's why, well, all of them except the star rollovers. The star rollovers, I kept the sockets and put the two-headed guys on there, so that's why they're lit so nice and bright. But yeah, all the inserts on this are Yopsicles. I was kind of surprised it worked, but it does. I do have LED GIs in here. They're the Comet Retro, and this one I actually went with the clear of the retro bullet bulbs. They say you can get a little hot spotting with the clears. The frosted is a better. You can kind of see it, or haloing. You can kind of see like little rings a little bit on where your GI lights are on the plastics. I don't know if you can see it on stream or not. It's not too bad, but I like, because from where I'm standing, I can see like the bulb under here, and I can see these two bulbs, and having the clear LED bulb in there, the bullet from Comet, makes it look a lot like an incandescent. Like I say, you just get a little bit of that spot or the halo above the bulb, but for the most part, it looks really good. And it's a good color. It's a good brightness match. All that good stuff. The flickering at fire LEDs below the star rollovers. Let's see. I don't think I have any of those. Maybe I'll pick some of those up sometime and see if that would be a neat thing. Are the green ones on the right flickering, or is it the camera? The green inserts up here. Probably the camera. I don't see them flickering. Let me knock some down again and see if that... Is that those the ones you're talking about, Mark? I don't see any flicker here. Those are definitely seem dimmer than the other ones. I don't know if it's those inserts are just that much more dense. It's a pretty small insert and small hole, but have the fire LEDs in the lower play field, AC/DC. Yeah, it could be the camera speed. I don't know what I'm doing streaming wise. This is like the 4th stream I've done since I started up again. I did a few streams before, when COVID happened and things went crazy, before we decided to retire and sell the house, and I quit doing that. So this finally got it set back up again. So I'm using old cameras I had laying around, and they're all USB things, and update them someday if I keep doing this. Of course, if we move again, we'll have to go on a hiatus for a little while, because I'm in the middle of remodeling this house. This house had a lot of projects. Yeah, thanks, Dent. Yeah, the machine was not working when I got it. Had to go through, and the bonus play underneath was, is my knobs whitewood playable? No, actually, unfortunately, it's set up in the other room, but it's not actually hooked up. The computer's been pulled out of it. Half the wiring's been pulled out. I don't know that it would be an easy thing to get back set up again. I may look at it sometime, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe. I kind of want to take that one to the next level. I'm kind of waiting to get a CNC router to do that knobs homebrew, because on the cribbage I've found some good LEDs to do the scoring. And so there's a string LED that's a side emitting so that you can curve it and the light's all shining up. But it also has 120 lights in a meter, which 120 would be perfect for the cribbage. So part of what's going in that knobs homebrew is I will be having two paths going around the play field with those side lights in it. Yeah, kind of a bendy. But to do 240 holes exactly spaced apart is going to need a CNC router. It's like, there's no way I'm going to try to do that by hand. And I don't even know if I have it all put in Fusion 360. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't have a mechanism for saying, okay, I want to make a line 1 meter long and divide it equally, or a curved shape. You could do it with a straight line pretty easily. So basically what I had to do is make a curve and then put points and put each one spaced the correct distance from the prior one. And then when I get the number I need on there is then bend the curves to get into the shape. And of course, since one of them is going to be running inside distance-wise, it's a shorter distance, but they're the same spacing. So the one will actually be a longer stick down. I don't know. Anyway, it's complicated. So CNC router, I don't have a shop here yet. If we end up not buying a new house, I will be building a shop here, and then I'll get a CNC router so that I can cart those play fields. I got lots of projects to cut play fields. Yeah, labor of love. I like building things. I mean, it's kind of one of my hobbies. So I have two home brews that are machines that I built in visual pinball. So both my knobs table and my Star Wars table that I designed, that are both kind of designed this area. If you look at my knobs table, it's got this same kind of path going up, because I had Vulcan at the time. So I had inspirations from Vulcans and Joker pokers and whatever. But so I have both of those designed in CAD, waiting for CNC router to cut them out. I have all the mechs. I got boxes and drawers full of mechanisms to build them. I have a P3 rock to go in one of them. I have a Cobra pin homebrew board to go in another one. I'll be getting a set of the new fast boards at some point when those come out. In addition to those, I've collected a bunch of parts to build my own Gemini. If anybody knows the EM Gemini, it's another 2-player. They made 300 of them. There's one for sale on Pinside. It's currently like $8,000. I have a new old stock playfield. I have a new old stock back glass. I have a set of plastics for it. I've scanned the playfield. I'm going to cut and build my own other playfield for it, so I can keep the new old stock one and sell it to somebody that has a real one. I'm going to build the Gemini. It'll have the score reels in the back box, but everything will be solid state controlled, so you won't have the score motor and things like that, although we'll fake the score motor in the software so it still behaves like one. Pretty ambitious. Yeah, I don't know about ambitious. Is that dreamer, maybe? Lots of projects. Yeah, if I make those, I mean, Gemini I obviously can't make and reproduce without getting into licensing things. If I get the art to a point where it could be made, maybe somebody like Fantastic Pinball, who's currently working on doing the Alien Star reproduction playfields. and has the machinery in the shop and the capacity to do that. I found a local print shop that'll do direct print to wood. But you know, coordinating with somebody like that and making sure everything's in the right spot and getting the artwork just right and all that is going to be interesting. I haven't gotten to that stage. Someday we'll get to that stage. I have no idea what time it is. 2 o'clock. It'd help if I don't want to put I'm old, so I have to put reading glasses on to read things. But for the most part, I have my chat window here big enough so I can actually read it, barely. But everything else, get old. Yeah, it's all fun. It's all good stuff. Let's play a few more games. My plan was to stream until Small Town Pinball comes on. He normally comes on at 2:30. It's kind of about, hour and a half is kind of what I want to do. Old machines, there's only so much you can do. It's not like new machines where it's one game can take you an hour and a half. Missing that extra ball. Nice. That hole up there is lots of points once you've gotten all the green targets down. Way late on that one. Not getting the 4. Not that 4, the other 4. What state am I located? I'm in the state of Washington. I'm 4.5 hours east of Seattle, so I'm on the cold side that gets winter east of the Cascade Mountains. Almost into Idaho. I'm probably 20 miles from Idaho. So yeah. Uh-oh. Sure, I get the 5 and then I get the X of the green target. Goal is to always get the extra ball. Unless you're playing an extra ball, then it's... There we go. Whew. See that little curve around that insert there? Insert's a little sunk. On the list. So on your extra balls, it keeps the green target set. No, the green targets do not reset during play. Only the white ones. The green ones, you complete them all. That's what lights your extra ball light. And part of not resetting the extra ball relay on extra balls is not resetting those targets. So I think if it reset those, it would, in EM logic, it would not know to not do extra ball again. There's a lot of EMs with drop targets that once you get all the drop targets down, you're done. I mean, they don't reset at all. So that this one does, that one bank is a bonus. Well, that and otherwise you couldn't can never get max bonus. Oops, scored 100,000 points. Knocker goes off. Glad to know something's working. Ah, you can shats it. Oops, rush that one. I'll have to remember that. Didn't quite get that one. Get that other target. Oh, come on. There it is. Thank you, Pop. Let's see if we can max the bonus out. One reason to get those lanes is they light when you clear the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's what lights these to get extra bonus, which on 5-ball plays means you get 2 bonus for each target you hit with that's lit until you get to 15. That's the max bonus. Nice. Let's see if we can go over 200,000. Ah, not doing that again. Oh. You get a good ball, you get a bad ball. New high score for the day. 172, 130. Thanks, Thalamus. Nice to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. I think my high score is like 217 is the highest I've gotten. Yeah, if you get the max bonus of 15K, you have, I mean, you still get points. You get 500 for each drop target by hitting them. And then, yeah, those are worth 1,000. And then the hole, if you've cleared all these 4, that's worth 5,000 getting in the hole. Of course, there's no direct shot to that hole. Hey, Skip Natty. You've never seen this EM. This is the 2-player version of Vulcan. Vulcan is a 4-player version of this game. Thanks for the follow, Pez Johnson. Nice to have you. Nice to see you. I'm in your stream all the time. So yeah, they made like 3,000 some of the Vulcan machines, and they made 900 of the Fire Queen machine. So putting some Pez in a box. Nice. I'll have to show you, my Pez collection is all sitting, there's a fireplace to my right. If I move a camera, I'll mess everything up. So I'm not going to do that because I don't know what I'm doing in streaming. Someday I'll figure out how to switch to my phone as an input on OBS or whatever. But for now, we'll just do this. Yeah, getting in the saucer is a matter of chance. I think the best way I've done it is right flipper off of these targets and into it, but it's mostly a luck shot. But it's definitely the shot worth the most points in the game. Once you've cleared each of the green targets, lights one of the green inserts up there. Each drop target gives you a bonus, unless you hit two at once, and then you only get one of them, because EMs. Pez has explained that a lot on his channel. Always try to just hit one at a time. So I just got the one left to get up top. And the one through 5 is what lights those star rollovers on the over there that I just went over. So if you have all those lit, it's actually a pretty good shot to get, 5,000 going over there, although it rarely hits all of them. It's got to be a shot that pretty much hugs that outside rail. A lot of times I'll shoot it, it'll miss the first one, and it'll bounce a little bit and miss some of the other ones. But always try to get one of those down on the plunge. I don't know if you were here for it, Pez, but I actually have the Yopsicle lights in the inserts on this game. Not the star ones, because I've decided to put the 2 heads in there, but all the other inserts on here are the Yopsicle boards. It works really well. There we go. No! Light the extra ball, then you drain. It's the way of the world. Trying to hit that other green target. Miss one side, miss the other. Yeah, I think he originally did the obstacles to put in the classic Valley or early Stern era Stern Electronics machines. So I have in the Stars machine that's behind me, I have the Pinball Life version of those same little LED boards. It's just so nice not to have to deal with light sockets and bulbs, and the little LED boards are actually cheaper than buying bulbs almost. Unless you get Comet's Black Friday sale. I only have one early Bally in the collection. I got a Fathom off to the side here. And it's got, when I bought it from a guy, he had bought one of those kits, LED kits, which had all sorts of crazy colors, and the whites were such a cool white that the whole back glass in Fathom was all blue. It's like you couldn't really see anything else. So had to go through an un-LED, although I did do LEDs. I just did nice warm white ones so I could actually see color again. Oh, that was a bad bounce. Hey, a match. It's nice to know my match mechanism works. I don't know if you... Godly EMs, they got this little tiny relay reels that goes around for doing their match. It's an AS relay. Such a pain in the butt to take apart and clean and adjust, and they're not good. Have to let you know when Alien Star will be featured. Yeah, I'll have, you know, I think it was going to be next, and then I got Fire Queen working, so I was going down that side, down the Star collection. I did Starlight and then Stars and Alien Stars next in the row. Yeah, Yopsicles have warm white, cool white. I think he's got colors now too. There's some times where it's nice to put colors under the inserts to, if the inserts have faded, and get a little more pop of green or blue or something in the inserts. I think on my Firepower, the big hot dog insert was so faded out that it didn't look like any color. So I actually put blue under the one that was blue to make it look better. Sadly, I sold Firepower too at one point when I had to downsize. So let me get a little hoarse. I've been talking too much. I don't have those fancy cup holders, but I have other pinball machines, so they work well for water cup holding. I think we'll do another couple games and see if we can't beat our high score. If anybody has any questions, I ran through the rules earlier. Basically, clear the drop targets to get bonus. Clearing the green ones lights the 5 target for extra ball. Clearing the green and the white lights the outlanes for special. Both of those add to bonus. It goes to max bonus of 15. Clearing the white also lights your 2x bonus. Yeah, I'm kind of hesitant to put cup holders on my pinballs because I don't know if people nudge a lot playing pinball, and you put a glass in there or something, and you would think you'd be nudging beer out of your beer glass or something. But mostly I have a couple of tables around, and it's usually where it is. So generally my first objective when playing is to knock the green targets down and get the extra ball. And after that, it's all about bonus. Glad to hear it sounds good, Tal. Yeah, I really like the Fire Queen. It's a fun machine. I'm gonna scan the other one I have, and we'll update the VP version of this as well. Outlanes on this are brutal. It's got curved metal pieces that go around that shape there. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but it's like if the ball gets over there, you can't slap the side of the cabinet. It'll just actually shove it down. Like once they're over there, they're gone. The only defense is to keep the ball from going over there. That was my bad. What's up with the lighted inserts in front of the 5 target bank? So these guys here, so the ones, it says extra bonus when lit. So basically each of the numbers, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will light these up. And when you hit the target that's lit, on 5-ball play, instead of getting 1 bonus, you'll get 2 bonus. On 3-ball play, you'll actually get 3 bonus for hitting one that's lit. So usually you want to try to plunge the top lane. Of course, I missed. So there I got the 3. So that 3 there turns off the one up top, turns that light on, and it turns the star rollover on. Star rollovers are then worth 1,000 instead of 100. Yes, those tricky 3 to 5 ball. I don't know what else changes. Let me look. Have some more scorecards in here. So 3-ball. Cleaning the white target slides 2x. Coin. Bonus doubled. Number 1 through 5 numbered sequence scores 3,000. Oh, so on 3-ball, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when they're lit, it scores 3,000. Or actually, I think it's all the time. It doesn't say when lit. So they score 3,000 on 3-ball, and they only score 500 on 5-ball. So in some ways, on 3-ball, you can score a lot more points. Although you can only get those once per ball. Well, no, you can get them more than once. Interesting. We'll switch to 3-ball sometime, but that's the only other difference I see. Looking at the scorecards. I'll switch it to 3-ball at some point. I've already gone over 200,000 a couple of times with it. When you start, it's okay to go over 100,000 because it does have the 100,000 rollover light. When you start going over 200,000 regularly, then it's time to not play 5 balls. All right, let's do one more game, see if we can hit that 200,000. My high today is 172. Yeah, I can hear it doing 500 when you go over the numbers. Ah! Saw that coming. The Fire Queen on the back glass looks pretty, yeah. It's definitely better than the Vulcan half-naked dude on the Vulcan 4-player version of this back glass, so just another reason to like it. That and half as many score reels. Drop target didn't go all the way down. We'll drain that ball. Looks like it's not going to do it. Oh, there it went. It looks like, yeah, that bank, that one is pretty close to the front there. I need to adjust that a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but it's slightly off center. This side is farther back and farther from the end. That one's like right up against the front. So I think when it went down and it falls forward again, it had a little too much friction there to aim for that target every time. Yeah. Cheating. I think that's the first time I've had that happen. So I had one of the green targets doing it for a while. I adjusted that bank. Always something. There, that time it went down. All right, let's try another game. Just see if we can make it a legit try. Shoot for 200,000. Last game. STP had that issue with a jack target on another machine. He hit the jackpot. Yes, absolutely. Lots of the numbers going here. That was interesting. I don't think I hit that other green target. Wonder if it was like half down and just the pop going off too much caused it to fall down. Ah, that was bad. Not off to a good start on the quest to get 200. Almost blew another one. Let's see if we can get that 3. Tough to do a rolling shots on this. And then I tried to catch it and it popped in the middle. Trying to get too fancy. Green ones are hard to hit from the right flipper. Ah. Missed. I missed. Ball 5. I need some ball 5 magic, Pez. Almost lost it. Come on. Oh! I keep messing around, I'm going to lose it. Alright, now we just need to get the extra ball. Miss number one. There it is. Get that other drop target so we can max our bonus out. Good job. A few of those. Get out of there. Thanks, Bez. It wasn't too bad. Got double bonus, got extra ball. Chance to get over 100. So notice on extra balls, the lanes, whatever ones you cleared are already cleared. Basically prevents you from getting an extra ball on your extra ball. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for me today. My friend Small Town is live. I'll send you over there. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the chat. Nice chatting with you all. Great way to wind down the work. You're at work? Come on, you're supposed to be working there. We'll be back again. I think I'm on Wednesday afternoon's probably going to be a pretty regular one for me. So, and we'll catch you again next time. Work in quotes. Exactly. We'll send a raid, start the raid to Small Town. Looks like he's just getting started. Hasn't even started yet. I got to figure out how all this raid stuff works, I guess. People often ask me if I'm working. Just tell them you're getting paid. That's the best part of working, isn't it? So I think the raid thing is going here. It's got a little, I don't know if it's got a timer thing, whatever. However this works. I'm going to hit the raid now button. Catch y'all later. See y'all. Have a good day.
You do appreciate it. How's Fire Queen going? And also, you need to check it out. And I remember looking at the playfield. How many spinners does Fire Queen have? That's what I really want to know. How many spinners? This game has one spinners, just the one spinners, which is kind of sad. But you know, what are you gonna do? It's just got the one. About one less than this. It's got 0 spinners. Board Dog owns it and has 0 spinners? Wow. You're going to have to cut a hole in there somewhere. Step 1, cut a hole in the playfield. Step 2, put a spinner on the playfield. No spinners, A-Board. That's crazy talk for Board Dog. He loves a good spinner. Just because you like spinners. Pez, I missed it last night too, man. I was so tired. I saw they